November 1988. It's my final full year in California. Sometime next year, I'm going to be going somewhere else. You'll find out when it happens. Because I'm still in the Air Force, doing that, serving my country thing. And I did read a few books in November of 1988, and we're going to talk about them now. A little bit. You know how this goes. So first up, for November of 1988, I read The Eye in the Stone by Alan L. Wold? Not sure how to pronounce his name. It's an urban fantasy. Horror fantasy? Urban horror? Whatever. It's about, I don't know, evil versus good, and there's demons and wizards and satanic contracts and things. I don't remember much about this at all. But it looks like it's available on Amazon in both digital and physical copies. So probably, I don't know, I'd have to go back and look through the whole list. One of the earliest urban fantasy, that doesn't seem right, but there you have it. I don't know. The Eye in the Stone, excuse me. Got confused with the guy's name, I guess. Anyway, The Eye in the Stone, Alan L. Wold, or however you say it. Don't remember if it's any good or not. But anyway, the next book. Wow, this is not starting great, but what are you going to do? It's a beautiful day out. The window's open. You might hear some ambient noise. Who knows? But anyway, we're going to move on to the second book I read in November of 1988. Which is Silver Scream, edited by David J. Scow, I believe is how you say his name. This is an anthology of movie Hollywood horror with a great lineup. I'm not going to read everybody's name, but you've got F. Paul Wilson, Robert Bloch, Ray Garton, Clive Barker, Joe Lansdale, Robert R. McCammon, Craig Spector, Richard Christian Matheson, Mick Garris, John Skip, Ramsey Campbell, all sorts of great people. Fantastic anthology. I'm almost certain that there's a new edition of this available. This is the old edition. It's pretty thick for an anthology, and it's one that I've been thinking of rereading very soon. If you like horror, if you like short stories, if you like any of those authors I mentioned, this is good stuff. I love that cover. And yeah, I'm probably going to jump into this relatively soon. There's so many books on the plate. Number 3, The Hour of the Ox Run Dead by Charles L. Grant. Now, Grant has a ton of books that take place in Ox Run Station. This is one of them. And in this one, you've got Natalie, who was married to some guy who was from Ox Run Station. She is not. He dies, and crazy, creepy things happen, and it looks like perhaps Natalie is going to be a sacrifice for something. I like Charles L. Grant. Very atmospheric writing. Let's see. Next, we have The Tao of Pooh by Benjamin Hoff. Hoff? H-O-F-F. This is nonfiction. This is, I don't remember if I've mentioned, when I started reading the comic book The Question by Denny O'Neil, he always had a recommended reading list in the back of each issue. And a lot of it was sort of Eastern philosophy type stuff, since that was a big theme in The Question. So this is one that I definitely picked up because of reading The Question. And it's basically a look at Eastern philosophies through Winnie the Pooh. It's a very, very good book. I wish I still had a copy of this. Every once in a while I look at Barnes & Noble and I haven't seen one there. I'm going to have to do a more thorough search because it's definitely worth having and rereading. I do have a a keen interest in Eastern philosophy. Next up, Obsession by Ramsey Campbell. Now, I'm going to read something. So these people get a letter, I believe it is, and it says, "Whatever you need most, I do. The price is something that you do not value and you may regain." And so these 4 teenagers respond, and it's kind of, I think, a monkey's paw kind of situation where things don't, they get what they wanted, or what they needed in this case, but not in the ways they might suspect, and then years later they're still suffering from what transpired, and they will soon find out that things aren't over yet. I have to say, I don't remember too much about this one. It sounds intriguing. Obviously, I had to look it up to see what it was about to remind me. But I have to say, with Ramsey Campbell, the few things I've read by him, I remember one in particular, the ending was incredibly disappointing. So I haven't read a lot of his stuff. He's an author I want to revisit. I know he's hugely popular with some people. And this one sounds intriguing. Maybe I'll look this one up, try it again, or maybe some of his newer stuff. I don't know. But he's definitely an author I have to give another try. I know I wasn't thrilled back in the day. And then finally, the last book was The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Another one that I read because of the question. I've read it multiple times. You'll see it if I keep going with this list, and there are a lot of years to go. You'll see it pop up at least once more. I think I've read it more than twice, though. But it's a classic. It's apparently, at least back in the 80s and 90s, like, the heads of corporations and stuff were reading this as a business guide. But it's The Art of War, obviously. It's right there in the title. It's advice, for lack of a better way to put it, on winning a conflict. So while it is ostensibly about war, it can be applied to anything. As I said, a lot of people think it applies to business, or have applied it to business. But it's a very interesting book. I enjoy it. And that's it. Not a lot. What is that? 6 things in November of 1988. What was I, turning 22 that year? So I don't know if I was busy doing 22-year-old stuff or not. But there you have it. That's it. The Eye and the Stone, Silver Scream, The Hour of the Ox Run Dead, The Tao of Pooh, Obsession, and The Art of War. I can definitely say that 2 of these are fantastic, and 3 of these I'll say are fantastic. And Obsession, don't remember too much. Hour of the Ox Run Dead, don't remember too much. And The Eye and the Stone, I definitely don't remember. But what are you going to do? So this has been kind of a weird one, I think. I've just sort of rambled a little. But again, what are you going to do? Yeah, I seem to be in a weird mood today. But you know what? This is the video I'm making. So if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put them in the comments down below. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comics, board games, and occasionally animals, is Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. All right. That's all I've got. So until next time, read more books.